three things that matter in every aspect of life: quality, quantity, and timing.
People like you put up such, incredibly looking actors on screen in their beast transformation.
When we were training Aamir for Laal Singh Chaddha, we used to train at 3 o'clock in the morning because he had to get his training done, then sit for his makeup, then do his shift. With Ranbir also, if there's a 7 a.m. shift, he'll train. If not 1 hour, he'll train for half an hour.
Basically, celebrity की food habits बहुत अच्छी हैं.
Sabki.
सबकी.
If you enjoy eating a nice breakfast and you have the resources to eat a nice breakfast, lunch, dinner, it's okay.
Look at men from 18 to 24 who are young, who have passion, but who also feel very lazy and who skip gym because they don't feel like it.
Feel क्या होता है? Who feels like brushing their teeth? Forget what you like, what you don't like. You need to do what is need to be done. Why is a burger and a pizza called junk food? Pizza is bread, which is carbs. It has vegetables, which is carbs. It has paneer or meat, which is protein. It has cheese on it, which is fat. How is that bad? But you eat 3, then that's a problem.
Yeah, I'm a 29-year-old somebody and I want to understand that if I check these X boxes, then I'm at least by and large healthy.
If you're healthy, your body just won't store fat.
Yeah.
Body stores fat when it feels threatened.
What does living a beast life mean to you?
For me, a beast would be Nandi. Unstoppable faith. Once it's been told what to do, it will just do it. It won't ask why and this and that. Today, I am more of that, the Nandi beast than a beast just roaming around the jungle, screaming and shouting.
Hi Shivohaam, welcome to MensXP.
Thank you for having me.
How are you doing today?
Excellent. All is grace.
Yeah. When I look at you and when many people look at you, they, straight away jump to thinking of you as this Bollywood transformation OG guy, right? Who has managed to make certain actors look incredible in their own skin. But I'm sure, like with anybody else, there's a lot more to you than, what meets the eye. And today we're here to discuss a lot more about that person that doesn't that often meet the eye.
Right.
So, if I were to ask you, who is Shivohaam beyond the antics, beyond the Instagram and beyond the, professional dossier, then how would you describe yourself?
Okay, I think when we were talking before and we said something and I said, I literally live in a cave. I remember going for this award function as well, and I was getting an award and then I was standing on top and addressing some of the biggest names in the fitness influencing world and in general. And I said, I actually told them, I said, I'm really sorry guys, I don't know who you guys are. Congratulations to all of you, but I literally live in a bubble and there's a reason for that, because I still remember once back in the day, I mean, when we were, when I was starting out, what to do next, what kind of training to do next, or who's doing what. And when you're doing all of that, you get so engrossed in what other people are doing that it does not allow your own creativity or originality to come out. So that's when Vrinda, my wife, who's a mind coach, a life coach, and she has had a very big part to play in who I am today. So she said, she's like, how does it matter who's doing what? And I mean, it just doesn't make sense. So I literally deleted every single person. I follow around some 55 people. Most of them are family, a few clients here and there. 1 or 2 coaches here and there who I get some inspiration from. But besides that, nobody, because that literally allows me to sit and think what next. So, that's definitely who I am. We don't go out. We... I think in the last 15 years, we have probably stepped out at night maybe 4 or 5 times.
What are you saying?
Yeah, like twice for, I think, Ranbir's movie screening and twice, I think, for an award function, but that's about it. We don't go out. We don't celebrate birthdays. It's no family dinners at all. If family wants to meet, then it's in the afternoon. So it's waking up in the morning, doing our practices, what we're supposed to, whether it's a spiritual practice, whether it's pranayam. So whatever, looking after ourselves first. We sit together, Vrinda makes a beautiful cup of chai, and we sit and we read either the Bhagavad Gita or we read something or the other, discuss a couple of things, because the minute you read something, and a book like the Bhagavad Gita is so magical that when you pick up something to read, we don't read it randomly, so we of course go verse by verse.
Yeah.
Somehow that particular day, that particular verse has answered a question of yesterday or a doubt which is there today. It is, I'm not kidding, it has happened so many times, it is unbelievable.
Wow.
So, and then we finish reading the thing, and I'm like, this is what we just spoke, this is what I just asked. So that's me. And then of course going to the gym, literally spending time, just the two of us, and doing what we need to do is, I would say that's me. I mean, when people hear this, like, you're quite boring. I said, I love being bored. Being bored is, we won't say bored, we'll say productive boredom or constructive boredom. It's actually a skill to be able to be bored and do nothing and not feel the need to do something. Like, we don't go out anywhere. Like, even at lunch, we order Swiggy or Zomato or whatever, or food comes from home. Mom makes the food. Before we used to, but wo bhi nahi chahiye. I mean, there's so many people, there's so much happening, there's so much noise. So, yeah, I'm quite a boring individual.
No, honestly, you're not. And I would not call you boring. I would actually go ahead and call you a little evolved. And I'll tell you where this thought comes from. There was this podcast, and I don't remember who exactly was hosting it, but I remember that Farhan Akhtar and Shibani Dandekar were sitting on it. And both of them sitting as a couple, just discussing how their life and times are. And they ended up sharing their routine, which was quite similar to yours and Vrinda's. And in the end, they were like that, a lot of our friends just think that, oh my God, these people are so boring, they don't do anything exciting. But in that moment, they were like, but we don't care, because we enjoy the way we live. And we love that. And honestly, it's refreshing to see that people have now started to see the other side a little bit. There's of course a very long way to go, right? Because a lot of us are still stuck with the vanity aspect of it. But I just think that finally that, bridge has started to be made.
Correct.
Between lifestyle and fitness and spirituality and just being one with yourself.
And being vain or vanity is not a bad thing. So Vrinda talks about the 4 pillars of the Sanatan Dharma, which is called Purusharth. So you have the Dharma, then you have Artha, you have Kam and Moksha. Dharma is basically a responsibility.
Yeah.
So when it comes to your body, you have your responsibility towards your body to look after it. Wake up on time, exercise, eat right, do your breath work, or do whatever is needed to look after. That is your responsibility. Then is the Arth. Arth is basically like currency. It is the value. So of course, when you train correctly, when you sleep correctly, when you live correctly, you have a certain amount of energy to do what you need to do.
Yes.
Otherwise, why do you think people go to the gym? Because like you said earlier, it makes me feel good and I have the energy to function and do my work. My brain works better, my body works better. If I have to travel, I'm not tired. Then comes the Kama, which is the enjoyment aspect. I mean, yes, who doesn't want to look good? And till today, that aspect is there. I still tell the coaches who I train, people who I train, if I'm doing a talk, that I still feel somewhere, which is sometime soon will go away, that if I don't look a certain way, people might not want to train with me. So that little bit of thought is still there, which I'm pretty sure will go pretty soon. But if you're training, then why wouldn't you like to wear good clothes? Why wouldn't you like to look good? So I don't call it vanity. It's enjoying, but being obsessed about it and letting your entire life work around vanity rather than your dharma and your earth would be a shame.
Yeah.
And then of course the moksha aspect, which is, which I would say Vrinda has definitely reached that point where she's like, I train because I need to. I'm not training because I need to prove a point to someone. I'm training because I do my cardio because cardio has a certain purpose. I do weights because weights has a certain purpose. And rest, the body is doing what it needs to do. So the minute you start addressing life and looking life from these 4 pillars, your why becomes very clear.
Yeah.
And the why will always start with your first pillar, which is your responsibility, which is your dharma towards yourself. And then everybody else.
Yeah. Do you think कि लोग बहुत differently train करते if they weren't training for vanity in this case, but training for longevity?
See, today longevity has become a very used, overused, abused word.
Yeah.
People
Commercial word also actually.
I keep telling people क्या काग भिशुंडी बनना है क्या? You want to live for eons and eons. Even Kag Bhishundi is wishing that Baba, I didn't get this curse. I wish I could get moksha and go.
Yeah.
So the idea was never to be immortal. The idea was that whatever life you have, you live that well. Again, unfortunately, nobody knows how long they're going to live.
Yeah.
We come from a culture which is very deep. We believe in karma. We believe in all these aspects. So, our Guru also says, Yogi Raj Gurunath, and it's there in the yogic texts as well, that the number of breaths, every single individual is born with a certain number of breaths.
Yeah, it's counted.
It's counted. On a day, on an average, you breathe 22,600 times. On an average. Why do you think a tortoise lives for 400 years?
But a dog.
A dog lives for 7 years or 5 years. It's the way they breathe. Why do you think pranayam is given so much importance? The idea of slowing your breath. So the idea is not to go and sit in a bloody red light sauna, go dubki maro in a ice bath, do all that. See, those are a few tricks and a few toys and a few ways that you can make your life efficient. It's a supplement. It's not your main writing paper. It's the supplement that you keep adding again and again from different places.
Right.
So supplement is not something that will mend a broken life. It will support a healthy life.
Wow.
So if your body is broken, sitting in a hyperbaric chamber, what does a hyperbaric chamber do? A hyperbaric chamber, basically when you're sitting in, it has clean oxygen, it has a certain pressure outside.
Yeah.
Things or gases move from high pressure to low pressure, so the outside of your body is made up of high pressure. So it literally goes, the oxygen goes deep into your cells where it needs to be, where it is used to produce energy and do other things.
Right.
You will leave the hyperbaric chamber for the next 4 hours, maybe the day you will feel amazing. But if you don't know how to breathe correctly, if you don't know how to use your diaphragm correctly, if you're a shallow breather, if you're a mouth breather, after the day, the whole entire thing is gone. You're back to square one.
Yeah.
So if you just wake up in the morning, and I'm not saying, we're not talking about the air pollution here, we're just talking in air, open air. And some days Bombay does have very good air because I stay opposite the sea, and some days it's beautiful, you can see Warsaw very clearly. Some days you can't even see Band very clearly.
Tell me about it, I'm from Delhi.
So air pollution aside, but when you breathe or when you do your basic pranayams and you learn to breathe, that is what breathing was supposed to do. Breathing was supposed to teach you how to take in the oxygen very efficiently in your body. At the same time, it was made to slow down your breathing. So that instead of 22,600 times, you end up breathing, say, 22,000 times. 600 is bonus. Keeps getting carried on, keeps getting carried on, keeps getting carried on, keeps getting added up. Makes 1 year, makes 2 years, makes 3 years. That's what longevity is. Our yogis, our rishis, our sages, when you read about them living for hundreds of years and all of that, how? It's breath. Breath is everything. And this is what our Guru also teaches. It's everything is to do with the breathing. So then somebody asked, but what about exercise then? Because exercise, you're breathing. So what you did in your pranayam, you kind of negated here. He says, absolutely correct. But again, you are forgetting exercise was supposed to do that. It was supposed to get your heart rate up. It was supposed to make you out of breath. It was supposed to do all of this because internally, even 10 minutes, you don't need to do 197 hours of a particular exercise.
Yeah.
Even 10 minutes of a moderate intensity or a high intensity exercise is going to give you the benefits that are going to be enough to help with longevity. That is not a supplement, because that is literally changing the inside of your body right from a cellular level. There's something which is called as mitochondria biogenesis, which means making of new mitochondria. Mitochondria is the small little powerhouse of the cell. We've all studied that in biology in school. So when you train in a certain way, when you do aerobic fitness, your body builds more mitochondria, which allows you to be more efficient in energy.
Right.
So that 10 minutes was needed. But after those 10 minutes or an hour of exercising, you were supposed to sit down and calm yourself down.
That's also needed.
No matter which gym I go to, I will wear my headphones, I'll find a quiet corner. Usually it will always be in the change rooms. 15-20 minutes if I have time, 5 minutes, 10 minutes if I don't have time. But I've listened to some of the other chant. The idea is to get your heart rate back down. So with my clients, it's very simple. 5 or 10 minutes in the morning when you wake up, 5-10 minutes after your workout, 5 to 10 minutes before you go to bed. Literally, it's medicine. Here's your prescription. Dr. Shivohaam is giving you a prescription before breakfast, before lunch, and before going to bed. Follow it like a prescription. And that is where longevity comes in.
Yeah.
Everything to do with the breath. Now, when you're breathing correctly, you're living correctly, now go once a week and do a hyperbaric. Because now you can imagine the power of a hyperbaric chamber if you know how to breathe.
Yeah.
The problem with today's centers, longevity centers, is people's mind is so messed up. They are going for a recovery session, but their mind is in some court case,
Yeah.
their profit and loss, their balance sheets.
खुद को अलग नहीं कर पाते उन thoughts से.
So, what did you get out of the recovery session? And I keep telling the centers, I said, we're talking about client retention. I said, you need to add this aspect into it. Because then the person will actually feel different and will want to come back.
Yeah.
Because then it makes sense. Work out and then take creatine makes sense. Just taking creatine by itself is not really going to do what it should do.
Yeah.
So if you sat in that hyperbaric chamber and you breathe with full, like they call it a yogic breath, where you engage your diaphragm, then your intercostal muscles, then your clavicle, and you expand the body completely. That is a full yogic breath. You do that, and then you feel the difference. It'll be million times much more than you being in a hyperbaric chamber. I've seen videos, people on their phone, hey buddy, what's going on? Oh, check me, I'm in a hyper. यार तुम जो करने आए हो तुम वो करो ना यार. क्यों टाइम पास कर रहे हो?
पता है प्रॉब्लम क्या है? प्रॉब्लम ये है कि बहुत सारे लोगों ने दे हैव अडॉप्टेड द आइडिया ऑफ फिटनेस फ्रॉम व्हाट दे सी अराउंड देम. And right now, what is around us? There's movies, there's pop culture, there's social media. So whatever they think is cool becomes their idea without them having to use their own, brain and might and everything. And in this regard, I feel that some people have found themselves because entire life is it's a journey to find yourself, right? But some people have gotten lost. Right. So when I see people, when they're talking about fitness and they associate the term beast with it, I completely understand it. I completely understand the sentiment that goes behind, living like a beast and beast mode on. But if I have to ask somebody like you, what's living a beast life like for you?
Back in the day, living a beast life was wearing an oxygen training mask and lifting heavy weights and grunting and listening to heavy music. I would say that when we talk about a beast, I think when you talk about the the personality or the characteristics of a beast, for me, a beast would be Nandi. He's a beast, he's an animal.
Yeah.
But when you see the traits of Nandi, unstoppable faith, unshakable faith. Once it's been told what to do, it will just do it. It won't ask why and this and that. And it's just ready to take on whatever there is.
Yeah.
Knowing that somebody is there. So I think today I am more of that, the Nandi beast than a beast just roaming around the jungle, screaming and shouting like a gorilla or something.
Yeah.
So I would say it's more of a evolved beast.
Yes. Wow, that's lovely. People like you put up such, incredibly looking actors on screen in their beast transformation, because you have to agree what you did with, for example, a Ranbir Kapoor or for many others. It is no less than transforming them into.
That's a profession.
Yeah.
That's a job for Ranbir.
Yeah.
Ranbir, if you see him today, he doesn't like to look that way all the time.
No?
No, he's looking very normal right now. He's a father, he's a husband,
Yeah.
he's a son. He played that. You think Ranbir always plays the rock star wala character? He's always in Brahmastra character.
Yeah.
He's always in the animal character. No. Even he knows that's a bloody movie. Then why can't people see it?
Yeah, fair.
It was done for a certain purpose. But beyond that purpose, there was nothing. So, yes, you want to look at that and go, wow, please do. Absolutely great, no problem. You want to try and be like that? Okay, but then don't obsess, don't make it your life's goal
Yes.
to be that.
Yeah.
That's very stupid, because he's like, "Arey, main nikal gaya." Log abhi bhi atke.
True. There's more to life. There's more to you.
It is. When I was training my clients, they said something, and I said, listen, for me, you are the same as a Ranbir Kapoor, you are the same as a Mr. Bachchan. There is no difference between you or them. For me, you are my client, they are my clients. There's no difference.
Yeah.
But trying to be like someone, you want to learn something from him rather than being a beast. That man is super disciplined.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Super disciplined, punctual to the T.
Wow. And actors are infamous कि late आते हैं.
Honestly, whoever I have worked with, I have had amazing experiences.
Wow.
Whether it's Ram Charan, whether it's Jacqueline, whether it's Mr. Bachchan, whether it's, Mr. Bachchan, even till today, he's once or twice he's been late, which is very normal. Meeting aa gayi, kuch thodi si over ho gayi, which is fine. But he is always there. Ranbir, I can count on my fingers how many times he was late. And even if he was 5 minutes late, he would message, Shiv, I'm sorry, running 5 minutes late. Now that is something you learn and want to aspire.
Yeah.
Of course, he's a phenomenal actor, that is different. But from a general perspective,
how is he as a human being?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
You see him talk to people, and he knows his body language, the way he talks. I mean, you don't call him Khandani for no reason. Genuine person. Ram Charan, wow. That family is, I'd heard that in the South, it's very different with the respect and all of that.
Yes.
It was something else to witness it. And we were at his house, he had called us for lunch. He served us first.
Oh.
And then he said, why should he do it?
Yes.
He
doesn't have to.
He doesn't need to. He's got 10 maids who can do that.
Yeah.
No, but he would serve you. Then he would sit down. Every single thing. See, what media shows and what people say, one thing I learned and Vrinda taught me was what the experience that we have with people is what really matters.
True.
Otherwise, people can say 10,000 things about people.
Yeah.
Our experience has been amazing.
And there's such a refreshing perspective. And okay, tell me one thing. How did it happen? Like, how did you land your first Bollywood client? Like, what was the story there?
The first Bollywood client was Jackie Bagnani.
Okay.
So I moved to India 2009. I approached a PR company. I said, I want to do the opening of a gym. Oh, very nice, very nice. Concept, क्या है? They don't want to listen. Opening के लिए कौन आ रहा है? I said, कौन आ रहा है? मतलब क्या कौन आ रहा है? I said, I'm there, my family, my friends, the clients. No, we need some celebrities, otherwise press is not going to come. I said, what do you mean?
Yeah.
And I've lived in Australia now for 7 years, so that concept has not
Was
sunk
non-existent,
in.
yeah.
So what do you mean no press will come? I mean, I'm giving you something which is not existing in India. It's the first CrossFit box. No, sorry. I said, Sala, abhi main celebrities laake dikhaunga. And then through a friend of mine, I got, he spoke to Jackie and I trained with Jackie. Then Jackie made me meet a couple of people. Jackie made me meet Jacqueline and then few other people. And then from there, it just, and then Vrinda was already training Mr. Bachchan and the entire family, Mrs. Jaya Bachchan as well. She spoke to Abhishek about me. And
Jaya Bachchan also trains?
Oh, yeah. She was... Vrinda's got this DVD which she did for opening of her gym, and she's trained Kajol, she's trained Karan Johar, Madhuri Dixit, the late Sridevi, all of them.
Phenomenal.
So she spoke to Abhishek, and Abhishek said, yeah, call him. And then I trained Abhishek, and then through Abhishek, then other people. So it just kind of went on and on and on and on. So yeah, it all started with Jackie.
We have a little segment where we want you to sort of weigh in, okay? And it's going to be a rapid fire, so you'll have to be quick. Okay? It's called Protein Myth Buster with BeastLife.
Huh.
I'll say a couple of myths that run around, okay, wild and free about protein, and you'll have to tell me whether it's a myth or it's reality.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't have to explain it.
No, you don't have to explain. You just have to say what it is.
Okay.
Protein makes you bulky.
Myth.
I get enough protein from normal Indian food.
Truth.
Protein is only for gym bros.
False. Myth.
Vegetarian diets can't provide enough protein.
Vegetarian.
Exactly. Too much protein is equal to liver issues.
Myth.
But now because anybody who will be watching this segment
मुझे
would
क्यों
have
बोला?
no, but they would have heard you talk about
हाँ.
protein at such length that they'd know from vegetarianism and protein to how important it is to what is important.
Correct.
So I'm pretty sure that you've summed it up very, very beautifully for all of us.
I hope so.
And I'm sure you've trained normal people like us, but you've also trained celebrities. Is there really a world of a difference between training two people so different in their professional pursuits?
There is, because one that is literally their bread and butter.
Yeah.
They have a timeline, they need to achieve a certain goal, and at the same time they need to shoot, they need to do this, so for a normal person, you're training them. Every day they've decided 6 a.m. aana hai, 7 a.m. aana hai, jo bhi hai. With the actors and everything, it's not like that.
Yeah.
I remember when we were training Aamir for Laal Singh Chaddha, it used to take him, I think, 2.5, 3 hours to make his entire beard. Yeah. We used to train at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
Because he had to get his training done, then sit for his makeup, then do his shift, because then after that it wouldn't be possible.
Yeah.
So there have been days like that also.
Wow.
With Ranbir also, if there's a 7 a.m. shift, he'll train, if not 1 hour, he'll train for half an hour. We set up a small outdoor gym at his set, so that at least during lunch he can take some time and I can train him there.
Yeah.
So they do, that's what I'm saying. They are not successful just because of anything else, but it's literally their passion, their discipline, that you basically take all the qualities of a successful, whoever, businessman, entrepreneur, anyone, they have it. Because otherwise, without that, how can they be successful?
Yeah.
It's not possible. Luck can only favor you for a very short time. After that, it's literally what you make of it.
Yeah.
So even for a lot of people, you can get your first break. You can be lucky being at the right place at the right time. Again, that is not luck. It is all destined. It is entire thing is completely karmic. You were supposed to be there. That thing happened. Aamir happened with me like that.
Yeah.
So Aamir was, I think he was sitting in Excel, and they were talking about Talash. And this is right in the start. This is, I think, 2011 or something. So my brother was working as an AD on the movie. And that day, Aamir decided to be at the Excel office. And that day, of all days, my brother decided to wear the sweatshirt which said CrossFit. And that day, he happened to walk past him. And he said, hey, come here. Hey, CrossFit, you do this CrossFit? He's like, no, sir, my brother's brought it to India. And he's the one who teaches people. Call him, I want to train with him. What are the chances? So it's two people being there at the right time and working out.
I mean, so many things had to go right for that to happen.
Correct.
So it's almost...
Correct. So I mean, whether you call it luck or whatever, but even for the actors or celebrities, luck is a starting point.
Yeah.
After that, what you make of it is literally their passion, their dedication, their discipline.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And you can't discount their hard work also.
People think it's glamorous. Shooting is glamorous. It's not. We've been with them on a lot of different sets. There's nothing glamorous about a shoot. No matter how amazing the outcome is, but the shoot is not glamorous at all.
Wow.
So there's a lot of hard work. I mean, 12 hours, 14 hours, 16 hours. Keep shooting, keep doing the same take again, 60 times, 70 times till you get it right. How is that easy?
It is not.
It's not. I mean, they work really. And why should not they enjoy the fruits of it?
Of course.
So.
Yeah. मतलब कोई ऐसी, like, what has been the most difficult challenge or outcome that you have had to achieve with somebody? Because I'm sure directors and producers, they have a certain timeline in their mind.
Correct.
So what has been the most challenging for you?
You won't believe it, but I've literally been blessed. Whether it's with this or whether it's with any other aspect of my life, everything just works out perfectly. Like even with Animal, before that we were training for Tu Jhuti Main Makar, where he had to play the beach body look and he got ripped and everything. So I just told him, I said, just tell the director if possible to do the body shot right at the end. And he said, yeah, no problem, that'll be done. And it got done in a certain way that we were ready and the body shot happened.
Wow.
Same thing with Animal as well. He said, yeah, that's not a problem because they'll be shooting the young part first and then, the main fight sequences when the body will be shown. To uske pehle there's the shirts and jackets and everything, so you can't really tell.
Yeah.
And that worked out perfectly fine. So luckily I've not been on a project which is so hardcore. And I would not like to also, because it's not healthy for the person that I'm training.
Yeah.
Because going through such
extreme
transformations, whether it's a weight loss, whether it's a weight gain, it's not healthy on the body.
Yeah.
So the more consistently you do it, the more slowly you do it, the body accepts it. It's not too strenuous for the person on his mind, on his emotions, because the sleep has to be looked after, the food has to be looked after, the training has to be looked after, family life suffers a little bit, all of that. So it does become, and understand, they are not bodybuilders.
Yeah.
For them, this is not their main thing. They have to look a certain way for their main project.
Yeah.
So even to be 3 months, 6 months, 1 year stuck in that mindset is not an easy thing.
Yeah.
How many fitness resolutions will come? We'll keep a hashtag. I stuck to my fitness resolution. We'll see how many people stick. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months.
ये भी ज़्यादा है.
चलो ना 3 महीना. 1 year.
Very difficult.
But again, coming back to that's why they are successful.
Yeah. आपने कभी मना किया है कभी ऐसे किसी प्रोजेक्ट को लेने से because you thought कि टाइमलाइन बहुत unrealistic है?
No, I've never, never got that kind of a thing. Again, you won't believe it, but instead of me saying no, the project only has somehow been taken away or something else has happened. So I never felt the need to say no.
It just worked out.
It
like
just,
that is the theme of your life. I'm getting to.
It works out. I'm not kidding. We were going to shoot a fitness competition, a nationwide televised fitness competition. I met with the agency, we sat down, we planned the entire thing. 2 months I was with them, we planned everything. Teams will be here, there, everything. I was supposed to go and pick up my first check. I went to pick up my check. The name on the contract was misspelled. So they said, come back tomorrow and we'll correct it. I went home and I told Vrinda, I said, Maza nahi aa raha. It's not what I thought it was going to be. He said, okay. I didn't go the next day. I didn't go. Nobody called. Nobody followed up. That agency literally disappeared. I am not exaggerating.
Wow.
I am not exaggerating. They did not even follow up. कि भाई कहाँ हो,
ले जाओ.
चेक रेडी है, कॉन्ट्रैक्ट रेडी है, क्या कर रहे, अच्छा क्यों नहीं आ रहे, nothing.
Oh my God! Wow.
They disappeared. I didn't have to do anything.
This is incredible.
So, yeah, it happens. Again, like I said, I'm blessed that the mother doesn't put me in a situation where I need to make an excuse or say no or something like that. It just she takes care of it.
Wow, I wish that happens to more and more people.
But this is my thing. I keep trying to tell people. She is the mother. The universe is the mother. We are literally children. Why she doesn't have any bias or partiality towards you? Just have to be like, Ma, please help me out. I mean, all our mothers helped us out the same way, no?
Yes, that's true.
So,
and because you mentioned biases and keeping that aside, and that's how we should be. So, the nature of business that you're in, by virtue of that, I'm sure you get to see people at their most vulnerable, right? When they're not feeling their best, they might come to you because they want to change something about themselves. And you've seen that alike in normal people, all of us. You've seen that in celebrities also, जिनको हम लोग देख के कितनी बारी inferior या फिर insecure feel करते हैं. So, if you were to keep all the biases of being a celebrity and being a normal person aside and just tell us, what is something that we can also take away from your experience about human nature in general when we want to process such insecurities and fears?
You mean process insecurities about yourself or when you're with other people?
About yourself.
I would say, again, I think I'm going to borrow Vrinda's words over here because she's the one who speaks all this stuff, where more than anything about insecurities, you need to believe in who you are. Again, it sounds like a bumper sticker of a car. Believe in who you are, know who you are. But it's the truth. And till today, I go through phases where I say something and it feels like, yeah, but I don't feel She's like, you need to stop doing that to yourself. Because by feeling that you're not enough is literally the same vibration frequency that you're putting out in the world. When you feel that you are enough as a person, who you are, what you have, knowledge that you have, things will automatically happen for you. Because there's always going to be a younger Shivohaam. There's always going to be someone with a better body. There's always going to be someone with better knowledge. There's always going to be someone with a better celebrity client. There's always going to be someone with a better car, better house, better job, better everything. You're never going to be able to compare, and the minute you start comparing, there is no end.
Yeah. Comparison is a thief of joy.
It's a very difficult thing to do, and I am not kidding. I've had these dialogues inside myself, and I went through this time where I said, and I'm training some of the biggest stars at that point. But thought aata hai, wo kya? He's training that one.
Yeah.
How it must be for him. And then literally the dialogue happens from within. वो उसका कर्म है. He's not got it for free. He's not got it because he's born on a particular date or whatever. He, in this life or in his past life, has done something to deserve it.
Yeah.
Same like you. People must be thinking the same about you.
Absolutely.
So, clearly this life I've not done something that crazy to deserve.
Come on.
No, I mean, when it started, but it has to be something from a past life that has brought certain actions into fruition in this life.
Yeah.
I swear to you, the minute you think that, you feel actually happy for the other person. It's like, wow, I actually feel happy for him, that there's nobody who doesn't deserve what they're getting. Good, bad, whatever it is. And the minute you feel that, it takes away the insecurity like this.
Yeah.
So knowing where you are, the only thing you can do is if you feel insecure about something, if you're feeling that you're lacking in something, what's the one thing that you can do? Work on it.
Yeah.
By feeling and I'm sorry, this way I think even Vrinda says when I'm talking to clients, she's usually sometimes a soft one, I'm the stricter one, and then we exchange roles sometimes. But bloody work at it.
Yeah.
There is no other way. I mean, if you feel you don't have enough knowledge, study. Do your courses. I did that. I mean, come COVID, I was buying courses left, right and center, studying left, right and center. I study till today, at least an hour and a half every single day. I will study something new. I will research something new and work at it. If you feel you're somewhere lagging in your physical body, muscles, bloody go to the gym. Just thinking about or reading about how to do a bicep curl is not going to give you your bicep curl. So if it's about business, if it's about money, consult with people. Think of different ways. I mean, everybody, and this is what when I do my webinars and courses for coaches, I teach them the same thing. I said, this is sir, आपके जैसा नहीं, मेरे जैसा कुछ नहीं करना है आपको. आप अपने तरह करो. Because there's enough business for every single person.
Yeah.
There are not, I mean, I tell my coaches, I said, आप कितने client ले लोगे? एक दिन में 10 client, 15 client, online भी लोगे 100 client. दुनिया का नंबर population मालूम है आपको कितनी है? तो क्यों insecure हो रहे हो?
True.
Yes, the issue can be that they don't know how to go about it. But then today, because of online, there are so many courses, there are people teaching stuff. You can hire someone as a consultant, learn something if you have the resources. So there is a way. You can, but you have to bloody take some action.
Yes, and work on it.
You have to, because there's, honestly, there's no other way. No one is going to come and give it to you. I mean, even if someone comes and gives you your first break, after that, you still have to do everything.
Yeah.
So,
I know that's a problem with a lot of our audience also. So MensXP audience is usually young men. Okay, so look at men from 18 to 24 who are young, who have passion, but who also feel very lazy and, you know, who skip gym because they don't feel like it. And as somebody who's been in this field for so long, आप क्या suggest करोगे कि what is the best way to tackle that mindset first?
Feel क्या होता है? I mean, who feels like brushing their teeth? Sometimes having a shower feels like a waste of time. but you do it. You brush your teeth because you do it. So if, again, Vrinda says that forget what you like, what you don't like, you need to do what is need to be done. And it's absolutely fine to procrastinate a little bit.
Yeah.
No one is always going to be on high spirits and come on, let's do it all the time. That's basic normal human emotions and moods. Dopamine, serotonin keeps going up, keeps going down. You will have some crazy, amazing days. Some days you will be lazy. It's okay. Put your feet up on the table, watch some Netflix. वो बोलते हैं writer's block या this and block. अगर नहीं आ रहा छोड़ो. It's a way of your mind telling you I'm exhausted. Give me some space.
एंड बहुत सारे लोग यही ढूंढते रहते कि कोई ना कोई तो एक हैक मिल जाएगा.
नहीं कोई ये हैकिंग वर्ड,
hack.
ये हैकिंग वर्ड भी नए नए में वापस लॉन्जेविटी के साथ
अटैच हो गया,
बहुत अटैच हुआ है. When I was in Australia and I was planning to come to Bombay to set up my gym, I came down for a boot camp and I found the place. It belonged to a friend of mine. It was his garage. And we said, great, done, everything's good. I went back, I sold everything. My sports bike, my TV, my computer, my bed, extra clothes. I went and gave everything to the Salvation Army because I could only carry back one bag with me. A week before coming back, my friend calls me up and he says, "Bhai, wo jagah nahi ho payegi." I said, "What are you saying, man?" I said, I've sold everything now to go buy it again. It's going to cost me a lot more. I don't know. I mean, honestly, there's no thought that came in my mind. The only thought that came, अभी जो हो गया वो हो गया, अभी चल के देखते क्या करना है next. यहाँ पर बैठ के सोचने से रोने से कुछ नहीं होने वाला. Let's go to Bombay now. Let's see what happens. And we did that. And everything just kind of, for 9 months
Came
there was no
together.
gym. There was either bandstand, there was either friend's terrace. We moved, 100 of us moved to like 4 or 5 different locations.
Damn.
9 months later, during peak monsoon, we are working out on the terrace and clients are like, "Sir, please, gym." And in that time, we had found a gym. The renovations happened. Gym was about to start. 2 days before, we did a havan and the gym shut down because there was a basement. I said, "What the hell am I doing, man? I was better off in Australia."
Yeah.
Continued. Monsoons came. Talpatris are flying all over the place. Clients are like, "Sir, gym chahiye." I said, "Pata hai mujhe." And 2 days later, my friend calls up, "Place is ready." The same place which he said no. After 10 months. And then we had that place for 10 years.
Wow.
So, again, it's easier said than done. You know, everybody has, Vrinda's an astrologist and a numerologist. So, based on certain star alignments and based on your numbers, everyone has a certain personality trait.
Yeah.
So, she says, "I'm a number 8. So, thing with
Ruled
number.
by Shani.
Yeah. So, and I honestly, I've always found Shani to be a friend. I've never thought Shani. But she said with number 8, you will always be tested.
Yes.
But along with that, number 8s are also given the strength to withstand whatever comes. I didn't know any of this. She told me way after all of that. Point being that, yes, for some people it might not come from inside to just think, "Okay, let's do it."
Yeah.
Point being that if you're ever faced with a situation, for some people it might be a little bit harder to actually get up and do something. But trust me, that's the only way to do.
Yeah.
For some people, mentally it will be easier. So some it might not be easier. But again, easy or not, there's no other way.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do.
Exactly.
Do you feel कि आजकल शायद you know हम लोग बहुत ज़्यादा या थोड़े extra insecure हो चुके हैं because of social media into the picture, and by insecure I mean in terms of how we look and what we think of
course.
fitness in general.
But that's bound to be, no? If people are still trying to find who they are, find their ground, then social media, I mean, honestly, before social media was there, our exposure was so limited.
Yeah.
We either had family, we had cousins in the family, we had some friends in the neighborhood, we had our school kids, And that's about it. We didn't know anybody outside a pin code.
Yeah. And we wouldn't look at people looking so shredded and ripped all the time and
हाँ,
feel bad about
but
ourselves.
अगर वो देख भी लिया तभी मे बी वी सॉ कि अरे उसके पास वो वीडियो गेम है, उसके
हाँ.
पास ये है, वो था वो टाइम पे भी. बट टुडे it's another level, no?
Yeah.
Today people are in your face 24/7 doing things which you can't do, achieving things which you have not achieved as yet. So working on yourself will, and when we say working on yourself, doesn't mean go and spend 10 hours in the gym or follow a keto diet or do all of that. Working on yourself means literally working on your mind, your emotions, your thoughts, because that is the only thing. Because if you don't do it now, things are with AI and with all of that, things are just going to get worse.
Absolutely.
Forget there is no more hashtag no filter.
Only
Those days are gone of hashtag no filter. Today it's people go to cosmetic surgeons and all of that saying मुझे ऐसा दिखना है. Cosmetologists and surgeons are like, are you mad? You can't make yourself on an app and say I want to look like that. But that's happening, no? It's happening all around us.
आपके पास लोग आते हैं ऐसे फोटो लेके कि मेरे को ऐसा दिखना है?
No, I ask them because it's important for me from a visualization and a manifestation perspective. I say, download a picture from the internet, a realistic one that you want to look like.
Right.
So it's important because it's important for me also to know where to take them.
Yeah.
So from that perspective, but otherwise.
But कभी कोई unrealistic फोटो के साथ आया आपके पास?
हाँ, पर मैं उनको बोला भाई थोड़ा नीचे आ जाओ. So like once a client came to me, he showed me my own photo.
Wow.
No, so I said, let me explain to you. I said, you don't want to look like me. Not because you cannot look like me, because we are two completely different people.
Yeah.
But what you're trying to say is, so in this photo, I am say 82 kgs. I've got say around 9-10% body fat. That is what you want to be. You want to be a certain weight. Now, because you are already a heavy guy, you have a big structure, you might be 90 kgs.
Yeah.
But what you're trying to say is, I want to have the muscle definition and the body fat of what you have in this picture, which is whatever, 9%, 10%, whatever. See, that is what you want to be.
Right.
So, he's like, yes, so that makes sense. So, see, again, it's not people's fault. It's just that they don't know that something, another way exists.
To look at this.
To look at, another perspective exists.
Yeah.
Like when people say, sir, I want to lose weight. I said, no. You don't want to lose weight. I said, you want muscle? Yes. You want your muscles to show? Yes. Then what you're trying to say is that you want to improve your body composition. You want a little bit more muscle. You want those definitions to show on your bicep, tricep, back, whatever. And you want a little bit less body fat.
Yeah.
I said, you can weigh exactly what you weigh right now and look
very different.
And look very different. Yes, sir, I'm absolutely fine with that. So trying to make people understand a different perspective is important.
True. Okay, help me understand this. For example, I am a 20-year-old somebody, okay, or let's take my age only. I'm a 29-year-old somebody, and I want to understand that if I check these X boxes, then I'm at least by and large healthy, and beyond that is my preference. For example, and you'll tell me, like, if I can do X, Y, Z in my 20s, or if I can do X, Y, Z in my 30s, I'm good enough. I'm healthy. Now, whether or not I have a 4-pack abs, that's, different story. So if you can help all of us young people, who will be watching this episode, just understand that, listen, this is how you can view at least healthy and non-healthy, and beyond that you can move from there.
And you'll be surprised that in this, the aesthetics actually don't come.
Yeah?
No. So when we're talking about healthy, or when we're talking about wellness, when we're talking about well-being, muscle has everything to do with it, but the look has nothing to do with it. The look is a byproduct.
Yeah.
how you end up looking with a certain amount of body fat and the muscle is literally how healthy you are inside.
Okay.
But Ayurveda explains it very beautifully. Ayurveda doesn't say that you need to have a certain amount of body fat, you need to have a certain amount of muscle. Ayurveda says that your Vata, Pitta and Kapha, which are your doshas, need to be balanced. Your Agni, your digestive fire, needs to be balanced. Ayurveda says that if you have a good digestion, you are fine. If you have a good excretion, you are fine. And then you are healthy. And with along all of this, if you are mentally at peace, then that is health. Because you wake up, so you can use these boxes. When you wake up, how do you feel? Do you feel tired? I'm not saying you're going to wake up like a rocket and suddenly start, but you won't feel like, oh my God,
Exhausted.
I want to sleep for another hour. You'll wake up, you'll make your bed, you'll get up, you'll go brush your teeth, you'll start your day. You're not going to go, whoo! You're not going to do that. If somebody does that, well, oh wow. Then
They're high on something other than life.
There's something else. But otherwise, you'll just wake up. Like when we wake up, there is again, Vrinda has taught us this. There is something which is called as Swar Yoga. So based on Swar Yoga, before you get up from bed, you check which nostril is working.
Yes,
So
the right or the
if
left.
your right or left is working, so depending on that, you wake up from that side. So if my right is working, you turn to your right and you sit up. Before you put your feet on the floor, you say a prayer. You say a prayer, thank you, you say gratitude, all of that. Thank you for this beautiful day. Thank you that I woke up. So many people didn't. May this day be amazing. Rest is all up to you. And then you put whichever side you woke up from, you put that foot down first. And then you start your day. That is how we wake up every single day, without fail. That is very important because when you're waking up, people wake up with an alarm.
Yeah.
We also have an alarm, but I promise you, I can assure you that there are so many times we wake up 2 minutes before the alarm. Because that waking up time is a routine, it's consistent.
Body
Unless you have to wake up a little bit too early for something, whatever, work or travel or whatever. When you wake up, your body needs to feel relaxed. It needs to feel safe. Cortisol is already spiking, but this is not the same stress cortisol. This is the cortisol which is spiking so that your body can start doing what it needs to do, getting the circadian rhythms ready and getting everything ready, the mechanism ready. It's not a stress response. So you wake up gently. You don't wake up, what happened?
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So if you're waking up well, if you're waking up with ease, number one point, you're super healthy.
Got it.
If, of course you can have your breakfast and everything, but I usually go without breakfast, and on a very regular basis, every now and then I eat something, but otherwise I do a 16-18 hour fast. It works perfectly fine for me. But to see that if your system is in sync, if you can actually go, and of course nobody has to do a 16-18 hour fast straight away, you build it up. So even with all my clients, I build it up. The idea of that is to also get your body to firstly discipline. Okay, I don't have to touch that food. You get your body to understand, because your body has two sources of fuel. You have carbohydrates and fats.
Yeah.
When you are in a fasted state, your body basically goes towards burning fat. Insulin is low, automatically the body burns fat. If your cellular health is healthy, is good, if your mitochondria are producing energy well, and at the same time repair and recovery is happening well, you won't feel the urge to dip your hand into a cookie jar, have something. No, you'll be absolutely fine. Healthy.
Got it.
No cravings, healthy. You fall asleep very easily, healthy. You sleep well, healthy. Sleep well doesn't mean that you're not going to get up in the morning and go for a toilet. Even based on Ayurveda, there is a certain time in the day, even at night, which is known as the Vata period, which is from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. Vata basically means movement. Why do you feel you end up dreaming more towards your wake up time? Because your thoughts start moving. Why do they say wake up at 3:34? If you want to be creative, you want to work on your creative ideas, you want to work on something strategizing, that is the ideal time, because at that point your creative juices are flowing. So if you wake up once or twice in the middle of the night to go to the toilet, it's not bad. But if you come back and fall asleep, perfect, you're healthy.
Yeah.
Sleep is number one. Food, hunger, being able to control hunger, number two. After your workout, you don't feel exhausted. Oh my God, आज तो मैं मर गया. नहीं भाई, मरने के लिए नहीं आए हम यहाँ पर.
Yeah.
After your workout, feel alive.
Yes.
People say, sir, I did that workout and I just wanted to sleep for 2 hours. That's not health. What did you do?
Yeah.
Do a workout, and because workout was supposed to make you feel charged, make you
Yes,
feel energetic. So if you did a workout and then you basically had a shower, you did everything, you did your breathing practices, had a shower, had your protein or whatever, and then you're ready for the day,
Yeah.
you're healthy.
Fair.
Who doesn't fall sick? I would say once in 3 months, once in 4 months, if you get a little bit of a cold, some allergy, normal. Falling sick every single month,
That's a problem.
unhealthy.
Now, these are fair metrics that people
Fair
can
metrics,
actually use
body fat.
understand their own body.
Yes, body fat. If you, without doing any extreme diets. So people ask me, sir, how do you maintain your physique throughout the year? I say, I don't do anything crazy. I still do my intermittent fasting, but I eat 2 meals or 3 meals. And now, of course, my life, workouts and everything have changed. But if you're healthy, your body just won't store fat.
Yeah.
Body stores fat when it feels threatened, when you're always in a sympathetic mode, always in fight or flight. Body's
Survival
always like
mode.
survival. Cortisol spikes up, insulin spikes up, your body wants to store. Because no, it might be a drought, it might be famine, I might have to run behind something, I need the energy, so it stores. So if you're not able to lose your weight, not lose your weight, but if you're not able to maintain a decent amount of body fat, a healthy amount, then that's a problem.
Fair.
Bloating, gas, that's an issue. Again, doesn't mean that your body will be okay with anything that you eat. There will be certain foods that might not suit your body, which is absolutely fair. I know for a fact that my body can't handle yellow dal.
Okay.
I don't have yellow dal.
Wow.
I can have chana, I can have rajma, I can have everything. Yellow dal I can't have.
And yellow dal is said to be the most safest option for most people.
But that's the point.
Yeah, it's
Everybody is
subjective.
unique.
Yes, right.
Everybody. Sir, आप क्या खाते हो? Please बताओ. अब मैं बताऊंगा तो आप aesthetics नहीं gain कर पाओगे. मैं रोज रात को थोड़ा सा चॉकलेट खाता हूँ. हर संडे को हम सेव पूरी खाते हैं. Vrinda and me eat the same food from Monday to Saturday, lunch and dinner. There is no change.
And ये same चीज
food.
athletes भी करते हैं.
Same thing. And not from a discipline perspective, just it's food, it's nutrition. हाँ ठीक है, it tastes good, fair enough, but we don't crave for the taste aspect.
Yeah.
So digestion is good, excretion is good, you're healthy. Excretion is, man, that is super, super important. How consistently, at what time do you go to the toilet is very important. Your stool actually talks a lot about your internal health.
Right.
I am not kidding, but I literally show gratitude towards the stool as well. Hey, thank you. If it doesn't leave your body, you can die.
Yeah.
So it has to go.
Underrated aspect of our health.
For me, it's very simple. I want to live life in the most frictionless way possible. And if for that I have to say thank you to my stool as well, I will say it.
Yeah.
It was a part of you, no?
Yeah. True.
So every single thing matters. So these, I would say, are the broad general aspects that if you can tick these boxes, and this is what I do with my clients. I give them a spreadsheet and I say, for the next week, I just want you to observe how you feel. How you feel when you wake up, how you feel after a workout, how you feel after lunch, how you feel after dinner. If I've given you 1 or 2 days of fast, how you feel during the fasting. How well have you slept? All these check boxes are there. For 1 week, let's just observe without making any changes. Once we know how you are feeling, then we know which aspects to
Work on.
And you'll be surprised because the body is a system. It's not an individual aspect. You can't have a medicine for gut and expect everything else to work.
Yeah.
Everything works together.
In sync.
So when you do that, and you have to work from the outside. You can't micromanage the body. Now, if you did a blood test and every single aspect that came off, if you had medicine for every single thing, you'd be living on tablets and medicines.
Yeah.
But you don't need to do that. You can work on your system from literally a macro level, and it will infiltrate into all the smaller aspects.
Fair. And one of the major conversations right now in this space is around protein, and people have emphasized on how important it is in general in your life, in your diet, and it's important to incorporate it in your lifestyle in general. And there are two sides to it. One is that you take it through natural sources. One is that you do take it through supplements. But what people are not talking about enough, and I would urge you to sort of shed some light on it, that if you have to take supplements, what is the best way in which you can take supplements and have the most effective results when it comes to protein?
So first thing, like we mentioned earlier, a supplement cannot be taken to mend a broken body. A supplement is taken to support a healthy body. That being said, everyone is on the spectrum of health and sickness somewhere or the other. We're all literally walking. So some people, for them, the walking path is at 4 feet wide. They can do somersaults on it, they can jump on it, they can walk blindly on it, they'll be fine. For some people, it's thinner. For some people, they're literally walking on a razor's edge. Thoda sa bhi idhar kuch galat hua, gaya.
Right.
So and Ayurveda says this. Every single thing, food is medicine. You will take that medicine depending on where you are on that spectrum. Protein is, the way it's misunderstood is that people think chicken is protein, mutton is protein, eggs are protein. I've been completely veg for a year. No eggs, no nothing. I did that for a year before as well. It's almost going to be another year. Paneer for lunch, tofu for dinner, that's about it. Maybe a protein shake in the day, that's about it. So protein is not just from the food. Protein actually means your 20 amino acids, out of which 9 are essential, 11 are non-essential. Non-essential, basically your body makes them. Essential ones are the one that you need to get from outside. Chawal also has them. Beans also have them. Nuts also have them. Fruits also have them. The reason why we say that animal source protein is a complete protein because it has all the 9.
Okay.
Plant protein is incomplete because it has 1 or 2 of these amino acids missing. But if you, in our Indian culture, if you combine dal, sabji, chawal, little bit of dahi, you end up getting all of them. The problem comes where? Problem comes in the amount of protein that you need. So when people say 2 grams per pound, 1.8 grams per pound, 1 gram per kg, all these different numbers. Tell me one thing, if there was an absolute truth about it, wouldn't everyone be saying the same numbers?
Yeah.
But everyone is talking different numbers.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? That means that you cannot have the same amount of, 2 people cannot have the same amount of protein because their lifestyle is different, their bodies are different, their constitution is different, their goals are different, their training intensities are different, their recovery is different. Believe it or not, only 25% of the amino acids of protein that you consume are going towards muscle building.
Wow.
75 to 80% is going towards every other function, because your DNA is protein. Every single organelle in your cell is protein. Your proteins or amino acids are needed for recovery, for immunity, for digestion, for your dopamine manufacturing, for testosterone, estrogen. Every single thing is made up of amino acids, is basically a protein. So 75 to 80% is being used for that. Only 20 to 25% is being used for muscle, and today the entire world is only talking muscle building, muscle. अरे भाई बाकी के बारे में तो बात करो.
हाँ, like there is this new conversation going on where people are like, कि biceps are the new abs.
I saw that somewhere.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
That now everybody's into, you know, getting big muscles and looking bulked up.
Bell
जैसे abs का
bottoms,
चला
bell
था ना?
bottoms एक टाइम पे फैशन थी, फिर चली गई, फिर bell bottoms वापस आ गई.
तो अभी biceps है फैशन में.
यार ट्रेंड है.
आपको सबसे ज्यादा absurd ट्रेंड क्या लगता है फिटनेस
ये
इंडस्ट्री में?
I mean,
आपने इतने देखे होंगे इतने टाइम
बहुत
में.
सारे हैं. I mean,
But which one was like it caught your Mickey?
I don't know here. I mean, everything, like, honestly, being in this industry, in this profession for almost a little bit over 20 years, I've done keto, I've done intermittent, I've done zone, I've done paleo, I've done an Ironman, I've done CrossFit games, I've done wearing that altitude mask, I've done IVs, I've done all of this. So, हर चीज़ का आई थिंक वो लाइक वी सेड हर चीज़ का एक टाइम आता है, एंड देन सम थिंग्स आर द फंडामेंटल्स विच स्टे. लाइक प्रोटीन इज अ फंडामेंटल, बट I don't weigh my protein, I don't measure my protein. I know that I have 300 grams of paneer for lunch, and I have around 300 grams or 400 grams of tofu for dinner. Uske ilawa, if I feel like it, then I'll have another scoop of protein.
Right.
But I've never measured how much protein this is. And my body is where it is. So I don't even know. See, because you need to understand, when we are talking about food, when you're talking about protein is a fuel which goes into your body, is used for recovering, repair of muscles. Okay. Right. What does that depend on? That depends on how efficient the internal machinery of your body is. अगर आपका एक मशीन का प्लांट है, रॉ मटेरियल्स आप उसमें डाल रहे हो, हर एक वर्कर काम पे आ रहा है, टाइम पे काम कर रहा है, सारी मशीन्स आर वेल ऑयल्ड, आर वर्किंग properly, sometimes you will actually end up getting a little bit more output for little bit less input.
Yes.
You won't always, the boss is not always going to say नहीं मुझे 200 टन ही चाहिए because उससे इतना ही बनेगा. हाँ, अगर मशीन में कुछ खराबी हो गई, कुछ जंग लग गया, एक मशीन शायद बंद हो गई, 10 वर्कर्स काम पे नहीं आए, तो शायद ज़्यादा लगेगा. But अगर machines are working efficiently, workers are working efficiently, no one's taking a lunch break or they're taking the breaks on time, then you might actually end up giving more output.
Yeah.
So when you think from that perspective, even if you put say 100 grams of protein, if you're doing your pranayams, which means that you are working on your parasympathetic system, everything is about keeping your body relaxed and calm. The more stressed your body is, the more agitated your body is, the more it's going to create dirty energy and byproducts which are going to harm the body. Right. If you're doing your breath work, if you're getting sunlight, it is insane how important sunlight is.
Yeah.
I mean, again, we wake up in the morning and it is a practice given by our guru. We actually say a Surya chant and we channel the energy of the sun to cleanse our physical body, from our physical body to our emotional to our mental body every single day. And Surya Upasana is one of the oldest. In our culture, it is a Pratyaksh Devta.
Yeah.
It is the God that you can actually see. It is a God. Modern science is today proving red light, infrared light, UVA, UVB, blue light, circadian rhythms. Ayurveda and our scriptures have been talking about the power of the sun and the prana of the sun
since
for ages. Since the time the world came into being.
Yeah.
So getting sunlight, structured water. What is structured water? Panchamrit. Why do people go and take a dip in the Sarovar of Mansarovar or the Golden Temple Pond or the Ganga? This water is said to be charged. You have charged water inside your body as well, which surrounds every single cell and the inside of your arteries as well. Your fascia, which is basically a covering on the top of the muscle, that is also covered with this structured water. So when you are having water, so we keep our water in the sun, let the sunlight go into the water, absorb it. We hold the glass in our hand, and you can just put intent into it. The proper experiments have been done with music, with sound, and even with writing certain words on the water, on the glass, that changes the molecular structure of water.
Oh, that's fascinating.
And we, on a molecular level, are 99.9% water. On a weight level, we are 75% water. So this structured water basically means that there is some uniformity in the water molecules. There is an intent. Every molecule is supposed to do a certain job. It's all kind of doing it together. There is no chaos. So from that perspective, when you increase the structured water, you improve your cellular health, you improve the wellness of your system. So the water plays a very important role. The sunlight plays an important role. Grounding. The reason why we talk about grounding so much is that the ground actually has something which is called as free electrons. When our body produces energy, it also produces byproducts. Those byproducts in small amounts are very healthy for you, but when they get excess, that's when the problem begins. So to neutralize that, taking the electrons from the earth actually helps it neutralize it.
Yeah.
Now, if you are doing all these things, you are doing affirmations, you are doing the gratitude journal, you're doing visualizations, you are, people find it very difficult to understand, get their head around, but sound, Nad Adin Jagat Sarvam. Nad is basically the first sound vibration. Om is what? Om is a vibration.
Yes.
The first sound that came out of the Big Bang was Om. Sound carries a very powerful vibration.
Yeah.
And the whole, I would say literally the whole purpose of this human body is to improve, to increase its energy frequency.
Yeah.
And when you do that with sound, by listening to chants, by listening to something positive, it actually increases your frequency, your vibrational frequency.
Yeah.
Now, if everything you're doing with this, then even with 50 grams of protein, you will still be able to do everything with somebody's trying to do with 200 grams of protein.
Absolutely.
I'm not kidding. I have reduced my workout by almost 60%. Eating 2 meals a day, third meal is an option. But these are aspects where the pranayam doesn't stop, the grounding doesn't stop. The grounding, yes, every now and then, if you're traveling, if there's no grass or whatever, then of course not. Sunlight doesn't stop. Sound never stops, whether it's in a plane or whatever. There's always chance. I have no idea new soundtrack by Drake or Avicii or any of them. I have no idea. My entire
Indian artists you don't listen to.
No, honestly, I mean, Agam Agarwal is one of my favorite artists because of the stuff that he sings. So if you see my Spotify playlist, it is all of these songs.
Wow. And there was actually a study that spoke about कि जैसे आजकल बहुत सारी टेक्नो पार्टीज होती हैं, right? So there was a study that talked about कि music such as techno is actually considered low frequency music. So when you're listening to that sort of a music, you're creating a very dull energy around you. Okay, and it was said that in comparison to that, music such as jazz, for that matter, is high frequency music, and that overall impacts the way that you think, the way that you feel, and it adds to, right, what you said.
More than jazz, the Indian classical music.
Absolutely, classical music, yes.
I don't know much about it, but little bit that I know, that all the ragas and everything that were made were produced, were written, were all done with a certain vibrational frequency, something. And you listen to a sitar, it makes you feel a certain way. You listen to a flute, it makes you feel a certain way.
Calm.
The way you put the tunes together, the way you put the sounds together, it makes you feel a certain way.
Yeah.
So if you are, and that is why I said we live in a bubble, is because we don't interact. Honestly, unless we're coming for a podcast or we're doing an offline event or an online webinar, we don't interact with anyone. Not because of anything else, but nahi karna hai. The vibrational frequency of people matters. You sit with someone who is vibrating in a low frequency, you will leave feeling weird.
Yeah.
You sit with a master, you will leave feeling like
Energetic and
something beyond energy. Because a master's energy is also not a hyper energy. It's a very calm but a very powerful energy.
centers you.
Exactly. So sound matters. The people, your environment, people who you associate with, people who you talk to, sit with, listen to, content that you watch.
Yeah.
I honestly cannot stress enough on the fact that if you really want to be healthy, you need to literally clean up your environment. Then people say, अरे but थोड़ा बहुत तो ठीक है ना, मतलब फिर लाइफ में मज़ा, भाई मुझे नहीं करना मज़ा, मेरे लिए ये है. Okay, you don't have to be as extreme as this, but then start being aware of things that, because one way you're saying you want to be healthy,
Yeah.
one way you're saying no, I want to improve my frequency. The other way, all your actions are contradictory
Yes.
to what you want.
Yeah.
How is that going to work? You're creating confusion within the system itself.
Yeah.
You're telling your body something, but the signal which is coming in is completely different. Again, once again, I mean, this is all to get people to start thinking. Nobody has to implement it today or tomorrow or a year from now, but it gets you to start thinking that, wow, this also exists.
Yeah.
People go for vipassanas.
Yes.
I mean, today there's, like we were talking, if you're talking about young people being insecure, there's also a very big population that is going towards spirituality and vipassanas.
Yes.
So there are people who are doing it, people who've realized that this matters.
Yeah. And the shift is happening.
The shift is happening.
Yeah.
अभी वो किसके लिए कब होगा
वो तो ठीक है.
वो उन पे है.
I have to ask you a couple of questions which are more, catered to the young people. And उनकी struggle पता है क्या है आजकल? उनकी struggle ये है कि they go out on the streets and they eat momos and they eat chole bhature and they eat chole kulche, and then they tell themselves कि ठीक है, I'll out-train the bad food that I'm putting into my body. But is it really possible?
You won't believe it, but day before yesterday, our guru took us to the oldest place in Pune called, I don't know if people are from Pune, they'll know Mona something.
Okay.
I have never in my life had better chole bhature.
Yeah.
It was.
Delhi से भी ज़्यादा अच्छे.
There was no gas, there was no bloating. The chola was perfect. The bhatura was perfect. But we all had one bhatura. It was big. First I saw it, I was like, hey Bhagwan, because the idea of bhatura is like thick and oily, but this was thin. And it was big because there was all gas in it. But once we flattened it, it was amazing. But I'm still getting water in my mouth talking about the chola bhatura. But we had it. But you're right. A bad diet can never, or training can never outdo a bad diet.
Yes.
Because please understand, training is a stimulus. Food is a signal. The signal that you're putting inside your body tells your body to behave in certain ways. It tells your cells to behave in a certain way. Cells basically tell the hormones to behave in a certain way. And it's like an entire domino effect happening. So if you have carbs, there's nothing wrong with carbs. Both my meals are only rice. I love rice. But carbs at the wrong time can be a problem.
Yeah.
Carbs of the wrong kind can be a problem. So I heard this in some podcast and I decided to make it my own. 3 things that matter in every aspect of life.
Okay.
Quality, quantity and timing. What time you eat your carbs matters. The quality of your carbs, whether it's rice or bread or pastry or cake or fruits or vegetable, matters. All are carbs,
Yeah.
but they all work very differently. And the quantity. Every night you can have some chocolate. Nothing is gonna, and I don't believe in dark chocolate. भाई आइसक्रीम खानी है, चॉकलेट खानी है तो प्रॉपर चॉकलेट खानी है. ऑलराइट,
मन मार के नहीं खानी है.
नहीं आइसक्रीम खानी है तो प्रॉपर आइसक्रीम खानी है. नो वीगन आइसक्रीम एंड नन ऑफ दैट स्टफ, बट लिटिल बिट. चावल खाना है, इट्स द मोस्ट easiest on the human system.
Yes.
Eat as much as you feel comfortable without overeating. So when you think about the quality, the quantity and the timing in terms of nutrition, it matters.
Yeah.
According to Ayurveda, your Jatar Agni or your digestive fire is the strongest from 10 to 2. 10 in the morning to 2 in the afternoon. When the sun is at its peak, the fire is the strongest. You can have a big meal and you can digest it very well.
Easily.
Your body is very insulin sensitive in the morning to afternoon as well. So carbs will get easily used up. As you go on throughout the day, the fire starts diminishing. Insulin sensitivity starts coming down. The body is ready to go to sleep. At that time, if you have a heavy meal, and what time I'm saying say post 7:30.
Right.
Then you will bear the consequences. But then again, if once in a while you're doing it, it's not a problem.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So food matters a lot. And the timing, the quantity and the quality, literally if you think about these 3, I feel everyone will be able to intuitionally tell zyada ho gaya.
That's actually a fair point. And for all those people, who have termed themselves as momo lovers, on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad?
अरे खाओ ना,
momos?
मोमोज खाना है, सेव पूरी खानी है, खाओ.
बट कितना अनहेल्दी होता है इन जनरल?
क्यों अनहेल्थी है?
नहीं है, मैदा है.
तो क्या हो गया, मैदा है तो. मैं खाता हूँ मैदा, मैदा से क्या करना है?
आप ये बताओ कि आप कितना खाते हो, कितनी फ्रीक्वेंसी में खाते हो?
वही तो, that is the magic point, no?
Yeah.
Why is a burger and a pizza called junk food? Pizza is bread, which is carbs. It has vegetables, which is carbs. It has paneer or meat, which is protein. It has cheese on it, which is fat. Protein, carbs and fat in a balanced meal. You're eating half a pizza or a small pizza. How is that bad? But you eat 3, then that's a problem.
Yeah. And you eat it 3 times in a week, then that's also
Then that might be a problem. But see, again, if you're training well, if your muscles are well conditioned, if your body is able to utilize energy and fuel the right way, it will use up everything.
Yeah.
People have a problem so these people who love their momos and everything and are putting on weight, they are either leading a very sedentary life.
Yes.
Or they are leading a very hectic life. Both don't work.
Yeah.
Overtraining, morning में ये, शाम को ये, दोपहर को ये, उसके ऊपर सोना नहीं है ठीक से. All the things that we said about the checklist of being healthy, they cannot mark even a single one yes.
Yeah.
Then of course a momo is going to be a problem.
Yes, that is true.
But otherwise, if you're a healthy system, and technically, if you, like when Vrinda and I, every Sunday we have chart. We will share one sev puri and one dahi puri. Bas. I'm a Gujarati, but like other Gujarati, we don't go and have, अच्छा भैया पहले भेल, अच्छा फिर सेव पूरी, अच्छा फिर पानी पूरी, अच्छा फिर रगड़ा पैटिस. I'm like, why? How are you eating all this? Where is it going? Then it's not an issue कि I'm doing it because I like it. Then there is an issue over here.
Yeah.
There is something unstable about the mind which is causing that want for so much more. नहीं तो आप एक प्लेट में, आधे प्लेट में अपने फैमिली के साथ शेयर करके यू विल बी फाइन. चलो शेयर मत करो, एक प्लेट खा लो, बट एक चीज़ very important. I used to love thumbs up, and I used to tell people that a thumbs up in our house used to last for a week.
Wow. Because you would take a sip.
We take small, but we'd sip it. Why do you like thumbs up? Because of the taste.
Yeah.
I mean, if you've just gulped it down, the taste to aaya nahi, so you feel the need to have another one.
Yeah.
With ice cream, it's the same thing. With chocolate, I'm not kidding. We'll take 2 pieces of chocolate and we will bite it like rats are eating it. Chota bite. Let it enjoy the
Savor.
taste. Yes. How do people drink wine? Same way, enjoy the taste.
Yeah.
What's happening is you are eating the chocolate, TV is on, or you're on the phone, or you're discussing something.
Mindlessly.
You finish the chocolate and you're going, oh shit. मैं तो मज़ा ही लेना भूल गया इसका. अच्छा एक और पीस. अच्छा एक और पीस. बट अगर आपने उस एक ही पीस में उस मोमेंट में बैठ के यू जस्ट एंजॉयड दैट चॉकलेट, यू वोंट फील द नीड टू हैव अनदर वन. सो मोमोज के लिए भी भाई खाओ ना एक प्लेट, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, बट एक के बाद when you are eating them, if you saying you love momos so much, then थोड़ा उसको रिस्पेक्ट तो लव तो दिखाओ.
नहीं, फेयर पॉइंट. वैसे कि सेलिब्रिटी की फूड हैबिट्स बहुत अच्छी हैं. सबकी बिकॉज दे हैव टू बी व्हाट दे आर.
See, no one has perfect and honestly unless you're a glutton, I don't think you're eating wrong. मतलब अगर आप, if you enjoy eating a nice breakfast and you have the resources to eat a nice breakfast, lunch, dinner, it's okay. It's not like you're having a bloody 7-course meal for breakfast, then a 10-course meal for lunch and a 30-course meal for dinner. नहीं, आप वही सेम चीज़ दो तीन जो भी अलग वेरिएशन है आप वो रोज़ खा रहे हो. Yes, you enjoy the taste, you like the way it's made, and you can afford it.
Yeah.
Why not?
You know, talking to you today has been so refreshing because kabhi you can talk about the facts and you can talk about, you know, myths and you can bust the myths and you can talk about information. But what you forget talking about is changing perspective and, you know, looking at things from a very different, positive, refreshing lens. And that has been my experience sitting with you today. And, you know, as almost like a ritual, when we sort of you know, end it, we ask our guests to give one piece of advice that can be, or that has been, you know, dear to them in their life and that has done good by you. So for all the young people who are watching this, what is that one piece of advice that Shivohaam would like to give to them?
I would just say that if, and we discussed this before, that if you, first thing is identifying your why, whether it's career, whether it's relationships, whether it's the gym, whether whatever it is, identifying your why. Once you've identified the why, then do what is needed for it. Then don't nahi but ye aisa hai, nahi but ye difficult hai, but I don't like this, nahi. And your action should sync with your with what you want.
Yeah.
Then honestly it's a very simple life. Life is too simple. We make it so chaotic and we make it so difficult ourselves, and we are only to blame. But literally it is so simple. And with all due respect and with all empathy, compassion, everything, I know that people are going through difficult times in their life, and I totally feel that. Believe me. But again, I heard this in Mr. Bachchan's one poem where he said, everything, this too shall pass. Have faith. And even we've been through a lot of our shares and everything, but the thing that kept us from breaking down and just kept our hopes high was that we had faith, whether you call it God, whether you don't want to call it God, having faith in an entity above you.
Yeah.
is important. Whether it's your mom, whether it's your dad, whether it's your grandparents, whether it's a mentor, whether it's God, whether it's the
Universe.
sun, whether it's whoever, knowing that you are being looked after. Don't worry. It's trust me. It takes lot of the issues and the weight. It takes it away. You can sleep at night knowing that है कोई है
Yeah.
देख रहा है, मम्मी है बाजू में, पापा है, कोई है. बस I would say that. Have faith.
That is such a comforting thought.
Hmm.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Shivohaam. It was absolutely a treat to talk to you
Thank
today.
you. Pleasure.
Thank
Thank you so much.